Hi, Virgo. Welcome to Heart Sync Tarot. Stop what you're doing for a moment because this reading feels intense, magnetic, and honestly impossible to ignore. Um, I feel like someone's ego has softened because of you. They may compare everyone they meet to you, yet nobody seems to satisfy their heart in quite the same way. Even though they try to hide their feelings, I feel their thoughts keep returning to you. And here's the question: why can't they move on from your energy? I feel like something about you reached them on a much deeper level than they expected. You challenged their pride, softened their defenses, and made them feel emotions they may not be used to experiencing. So trust your intuition because I feel you melted their ego. They are deeply attached to your energy and they are realizing that nobody else makes them feel the way you do. And let's get into your reading. It feels like your person is currently going through a major shift right now. It's like they're finally closing out an old karmic cycle and stepping into something entirely new. The connection you two share is just completely boundless. It's honestly this eternal, infinite type of love that never really fades. I'm getting that there's this incredibly deep, unspoken understanding between the two of you. It's like you can just briefly lock eyes and totally know exactly what the other one is thinking. They're definitely the type to constantly say how they already knew what was on your mind. The telepathic link you share is just insanely strong right now. For the longest time, they seriously questioned why they were so fiercely attached to you. But right now, for this week, they're finally waking up to the truth of this bond and dropping all their resistance. They're completely done pretending and are finally accepting this dynamic for exactly what it is. All these intense emotions are just totally foreign to them. Honestly, I'm picking up on some heavy obsessive energy coming from their side. Literally everything in their world just constantly points straight back to you. Even when they've tried to walk away in the past, they just get pulled back into your orbit. It's like this never ending loop of energy that just continuously circles back to you. While this infinite loop definitely excites them, it's also incredibly overwhelming for them to process. The sheer magnitude of what this bond actually means genuinely terrifies them. It's so clear that getting to this point definitely hasn't been an easy ride for either of you. You've both weathered some seriously dark days, whether you faced them as a team or while completely separated. But despite all that hardship, whenever you two actually come together, it's just pure magic. Your person is finally starting to grasp that reality, realizing you're not just a romantic partner, but their absolute best friend. That for whatever reason, they just totally fumbled past opportunities to tell you how vital you are to their existence. Deep down, they truly view you as their heart and soul. This is someone who genuinely loves you and honestly can't get you out of their head. If you could actually see how much space you occupy in their mind, um, you'd probably be in total shock. They're just terribly closed off when it comes to actively expressing those deep feelings out loud, but they absolutely recognize your insane value and consider you their perfect match. They're totally captivated by your radiant light and the pure essence of your spirit. It's all about how gracefully you carry yourself and that rock solid self esteem you project. Every single time they interact with you, whether in the physical world or the 5D, are just left completely mesmerized. They're always discovering these fascinating new layers to your personality. They're finally realizing that this relationship isn't just some superficial fling, it's incredibly multi dimensional, and totally triggered a massive spiritual awakening within them. For the first time ever, they genuinely feel like your heart securely belongs to them. They just can't fight this intense magnetic pull dragging them straight to you. Right now, their energy is all about finally giving you the massive appreciation you deserve. They look at you and just see absolute perfection, both inside and out. There is this wildly unique and beautiful light radiating straight from your core. You've always carried this incredibly distinct vibration that completely sets you apart from the crowd. You've probably never really fit into normal societal boxes, leaving people totally confused by you. Even as a child, you carried this special essence that made it super hard for others to relate. That's simply because you're a literal light seed operating on a completely different frequency. You know, you have this profound ability to easily tap into higher dimensions. You're just an ancient soul carrying this massive level of purity and goodness in your heart. You naturally want to see everyone thrive because you're a genuine healer with incredible spiritual gifts. A lot of you might just be stepping into your psychic awareness for this week. Just know that those spiritual insights and intuitive hits are only going to keep getting stronger, but with your person, they're seeing you as this beautiful person. Where at first I feel like they acknowledged your beauty and that there was something different, but I don't think that they necessarily could put their finger on what made you different. But now what they're realizing is not only is it your physical beauty, but it's also the beauty of your soul. There's something very unique about you. A love like ours can change the world. This person is awakening to the fact that you and them are meant to be. This person is realizing that you and them are meant to be in union, that you and them have a specific soul mission that you guys were both put here to achieve together, whether that's healing them healing you. Because believe it or not, even if you are a healer, if you're attracting somebody that needs to be healed, more than likely that person is also helping you heal something, whether it's your shadow work, whatever it may be. But for some of you guys, this is an energy where you are meant to be a power couple, where you're meant to be seen by a lot of people, because there's a lot of good that can be done, whether that's creating a business together, whether that's, doing some type of philanthropy work, whatever it may be. There's something with your energy that when the two of you guys come together, you help a lot of people on a mass scale, whether it's writing music, writing books, writing poetry, starting a nonprofit, building generational wealth with one another. There's something very significant that you and this person are meant to do with one another. And I also feel like with this energy coming in here, this person is beginning to awaken to that. This person is beginning to acknowledge that. This person is beginning to see your value, to see your worth. I don't think that they ever, well, yeah, let me take that back. I think at first they tried to put it off as it was just a lustful type of energy. But I don't feel like that's true. I feel like with this person, they're acknowledging that there's something very special about you. There's something very significant about you and them coming together as one. I'm tired of being away from you physically. I'm trying to process my fears so I can come back to you. The one thing I can honestly say about this reading right now is um it's a lot of romantic messages. So this person is in a very emotional state. And for those of you guys that are not in union with your twin flame, or if you guys have been are at a distance, or if this is a relationship where, you know, you haven't necessarily connected yet in the 3D, this person's soul needs to be by you. They want to be by you. They want to see what's going on. This person is processing their fears, and their fear is actually to love you, because fours are all about a grounding type of energy. And with this energy coming in, I'm getting that your person has been very grounded, very logical their entire life. So it's a fear for them to relinquish a level of control. But this level of control that they're relinquishing, it's really not them relinquishing it. What it's doing is it's them opening themselves up in order to receive. Because see, what's happening with this person is they've been very close-minded. They've been very closed. So when they're closed, it's hard for them to receive the blessings that has set forth for them. But what this person is realizing is that they're tired of only being a thought. They're tired of only thinking about you. This is somebody who wants to wake up next to you. This is somebody that's realizing that they're willing to risk it all in order to be with you because they really do believe in your love. They really do believe in this connection that the two of you guys have set forth. Words have hurt me in the past, and that's why I fear talking to you. There's something here that this person needs to vocalize, that this person needs to express. And it is about the past. Maybe this person, for some of you guys, they ghosted you and they didn't give you an explanation as to why they didn't make the steps forward, why they didn't do the right thing. They For others of you guys that are in connection, this is just having an open ended conversation about what's really transpired in their life, why they're scared to really open up to you. What is the missing part? Because I feel like there's something here where you see the entire picture, you have a certain perspective of this person, but there's a piece of the puzzle that's missing. And this piece of the puzzle that this person hasn't shown you or hasn't given to you, that completes the picture. And I get that whatever this person wants to communicate, whatever this person wants to vocalize to you, it would definitely be this aha moment. It would be a moment where you say, "You know what? I understand now. I get why they were scared. Now I understand why they pushed me away." This is an energy, but also too, this is requiring this person to have a level of vulnerability. And this person is definitely in their head about whatever they need to say to you. At first, some of you, they're scared to lose you. They're scared of things to end, for you guys to break up, for this to dissolve or dismantle almost, because they no longer want it to be a setback. But they also, that there's something here that they have to express to you in order for things to move forward in the right manner. These feelings overwhelm me, and I become afraid. Sometimes I even run away from you because of it. I mean, yeah, if we're sitting here and this is this person that wants to be honest with you. For some of you guys, it's easier when they have a sense of control. So if they're dealing with another person, it's easier to deal with that person because there's not emotions involved. Where something simple you can say can change this person's entire energy. That's scary to them, to give somebody that much power. And again, the one thing that's coming forward is that the feelings that they have right now, they're very overwhelming. And their pattern in the past has been to run away or to shy away from these feelings. They'll come around, but then, you know, they'll communicate. And when you and them are in a good place, that's when they push you away. And it's because it's overwhelming. They don't know how to handle it. It's almost like, um, I just get that they've seen things black and white for very long, where it's their way or the highway, and that they have a very specific way that they want to do things. This is somebody who's very stubborn. This is somebody who's always in control or needs to be in control at all times. And your energy, what it does is it makes them feel like they're not in control of their emotions. And I feel like that scares them. But what they're not acknowledging, or maybe they are beginning to acknowledge it because they know that they're in love with you. They know that your love is going to change the world. They know that they've never felt this before, no matter how old they are. But they're beginning to realize that if they don't overcome their fear and really open up and tell you and communicate with you what's going on, that they're going to continue to be physically away from you. And that's not something that this person wants. I'm going through a dark night of the soul. Nothing in my life makes sense. Another eight change. This person, depending on whatever you believe in, the universe, whoever you believe in, okay, is forcing this person to see things differently, creating tower moments for this person. Because the way that this person was living, them running away, them not acknowledging the truth, them only acknowledging, materialistic possessions, that's not the life that this person was meant to live. Because you and them have a very specific mission with one another, and it has been communicated what this mission is. But in order for this person to accept what the mission is, they have to break these patterns that they've been dealing with. They have to end certain cycles that they've been going through. See, 3 and 8, those are endings, the cycle of cycles. So there's cycles that are ending with this person's patterns, with this person's past, that I feel like they're coming to acknowledge. I close my eyes and imagine you're here with me. It feels so real. I'm beginning to understand this is what it means to be with you in the 5D. I'm trying to connect with you and give you messages. Can you hear me? The beautiful thing about this energy and about this person's brand new perception is that they're having this major awakening where they're realizing that they can transmute their thoughts to you. This person fantasizes a lot. I close my eyes and imagine you're here with me. It feels so real. Sometimes it's like they're laying in bed and I feel like they roll over and they imagine that you're next to them. This is an energy where there's so much that they want to say that they've been holding back, but that they try to connect with you in the 5D and a lot of the messages you receive. But I do feel like there are some messages that this person is sending you that are being blocked. The reason that they're being blocked is because this person needs to open up to you in real life so you can hear them talking. You can hear certain thoughts. Some people will say, well, how do I know if I'm hearing them or if I'm hearing what I want? Because it's very distinctive. You could be working or doing something and all of a sudden you get a message. All of a sudden you feel this person's energy. That's them thinking about you. And I get that this person is really in a place where they're trying to learn how to use this almost like extraterrestrial energy, like this energy that they've never used before. They're trying to become this alchemist where they're trying to transmutate it and push it directly towards you. This is also somebody that's watching you change. And even if they've not vocalized it, but from the very first time that they met you or communicated with you or interacted with you, you're a completely different person. And every time they feel like they understand you or they know you, it's like you change or you show them a different aspect of yourself. It's like you keep pulling back the layers. Somebody that knows you and them are meant to be. As twin flames, we are here to ascend and help others do the same. This is your mission. But I think that you had to go through this mission. Like for some of you guys, I definitely feel like you're going to be writing a book on twin flames, or there's some type of writing here or something where it's pertaining to this level of love. This level of love that makes you feel crazy, this level of love where you don't necessarily understand why you're doing what you're doing, but you're doing it. This is an energy where you only feel in a sense of harmony when you and this person are together, where it's easy, where when the two of you guys are apart, it pulls at your heartstrings. For some of you, when you're away from your person, you feel physically sick. You get sick because you miss them. Your body misses them. Your soul needs them. And it's the same with this person. And I get that this is a very uplifting energy. This is an energy that's very cutting edge. This is an energy. Either we're doing it or we're not. This has been a very long journey for some of you guys where you've had to go on a level of uncharted territory, where you don't know where you're going, but you're going because you're being led, you're being guided. And what I can tell you is that you are being protected right now. I feel like the universe is with you. You're not here to fail, especially if you are following your true path, your true mission. You show up in this person's dreams a lot. I'm getting our mission is unconditional love. Clearing our programming is a necessary part of opening our hearts. So With this energy, it's an energy where this union is manifesting because it is your soul mission to be with this person. Your soul purpose. What are you meant to do on this earth? Are you meant to be a provider? Are you meant to be a healer? Are you meant to, enlighten others? You have to ask yourself, what is my soul purpose? What am I meant here or put here to do? And when you begin to follow your soul purpose, what happens is everything in life falls in place. You are given the ability to provide your soul purpose, whether that's financial blessings, whether that's whatever type of blessings are coming in, emotional stability, emotional abundance. Abundance comes in multiple forms. But when you're doing the right thing, when you're following the path that's set forth for you, and you're not going off the beaten path, everything becomes very fluid. Our love will manifest through union of heart and mind. Expanding in these areas allows our love to grow. This is an energy that is growing. This is an energy that's flowing. This is an energy that the moment that you accept it and they accept you, things change. One of the things that they love about you is that your communication, when our communications are lighthearted and playful, it eases the tension that is sometimes there when we talk. See, this person doesn't like when you're angry. This person doesn't like when you're upset. They can feel your energy, so they know. So if you have an energy where it's very intense, they'll typically stay away from you because it's like they're not ready to acknowledge that. But I'm also getting to, with this person, it's kind of funny because they love that intensity in you, but they also love how you and them can just feel like kids. You guys can laugh, you can talk about anything. And with this person, believe it or not, they are moving towards you. I need to move slowly with this, but trust I am moving even when it seems like I'm not. There's a lot that's going on with this person. And I think sometimes you just want them to tell you, like, I'm working on this. I'm doing this for us. But this is somebody that's not going to do it. This is somebody who's moving at their own pace. This is somebody who doesn't want to tell you it, but wants to show you it. And the reality is, somebody that's really adjusting and adapting and changing, it doesn't happen overnight. This is something where if this person is breaking generational curses or generational patterns, it's taking them a little bit of time in order to do that. But I respect this person, whoever you're dealing with. I respect them. You want to know why? Because they're not making you any false promises. They're evolving at their own pace. They're not evolving at your pace because that wouldn't be real. They're taking the time necessary in order to change, in order to adapt to this new energy, to this new them. What did I say earlier? I've watched you change and grow so much that I'm trying to release my attachments to my identity so I can change too. You keep changing, you keep evolving. So what happens is this person has evolved, but they're evolved to the I don't know, 3 months ago or a year ago or whatever. So they have a lot of catching up to do. Your mission is not to stop evolving, but it's to continue to evolve because what it's doing is it's pulling this person up with you. When you change, when you evolve, when you heal, if this is truly your person, if this is truly your partner, if this is truly your divine connection, it is going to be protected. And this person is also being helped to release people, places, and things, these toxic attachments that have a hold on them in order for them to change. But guess what? That's why they're having this dark night of the soul. These attachments to this person's identity, that's the devil. Those are those attachments that we're taught to have, that we feel we need: money, power, sex, whatever it may be. But they're being shown something different. They're being shown that you can have that gratification with love, the same type of gratification you get if you win the lottery, if you have a ton of money that comes in, that sense of rush, that adrenaline. You can have that same adrenaline with somebody that you love, except there's a level of purity to this, and this person is realizing that. They're realizing that there is a lesson. They're learning to trust you, to trust what you're communicating. That if you say, hey, this is what's going on. Hey, I feel this way. Hey, whatever, this person is beginning to trust. And what they're asking you is they're asking you to have that same type of trust in them that they have in you, because this is a major change. This person is working on change. This is somebody that is realizing what their mission is. Their mission is being communicated to them, but they need you to trust the process. They need you to trust them, just like you want them to trust you. They need you to trust them. What messages do you have for the collective? This person is in their head. They're definitely stressed out about the situation because they're always thinking about you. They can't get you off of their mind. For some of them, they're stuck in this mental prison because they want to evolve, they want to change, they want to grow. This is Jupiter energy. No matter what the energy is, as long as you have this Jupiter energy. And remember, we were talking about eights earlier. This is about this person knowing that there's change coming in, expansion. They're thinking about, how do I expand? How do I communicate exactly what's GOING on in my head? How do I illuminate what I'm seeing? And how do I get my mouth to say? Because this is somebody who goes to send you messages and stops himself. This is somebody who tells themselves, I'm going to tell them exactly how I feel, and then ends up getting nervous and and pulls back their energy and runs away from it. But the reality is, this mental chaos, it's beginning to become organized. Organized chaos, I like to say, why is it organized chaos? Because this person is walking away. Again, another eight. This person is changing. They're turning their back on this energy. They're tired of being stuck in their head. They're tired of not taking any action. They're tired of being away from you. They're walking away from things that they no longer desire, that no longer mean anything to them. This can be a karmic situation. This could be a job. This can be a way of thinking. To me, this person's way of thinking is what was toxic. They had a level of negativity, but the negativity came because of the way that they were handling themselves, the mind games, the manipulation. This person is realizing, you know what, that no longer suits me. I'm letting it go. I desire more. I desire a real connection. I desire a higher level of commitment. This person is withdrawing from this energy where they're stuck. They're abandoning it and they're moving forward. The 8 of Cups, to me, it's leaving behind something that's confusing. The 8 of Cups is walking away from the 7 of Cups. It's confusion, it's illusion, it's taboo. It's walking away from what doesn't serve you. It's realizing that that's not real. And now, by this person walking away from it, they're in this state of thought, of healing. The 4 of Swords is beautiful with this Saturn energy, because this is Saturn energy. You have Jupiter energy here as well. This person was walking away from their negative thoughts, and now they're in a place where it is very, very healing. They're in a place of silence. So if you and this person are not communicating, if you and this person are not talking, it's because this person is either sick or also two. They're healing, they're thinking, they're having a much higher level of consciousness than I think than what they once had prior when it did come to you. And again, you see how you have Jupiter energy, you have Saturn energy, you have Jupiter energy, and then again, you have this Saturn energy. This energy is mutable. This person was always hot and cold. They could change very quickly. But now, with this healing energy coming in, with this healing energy, a cardinal energy, which is an energy that's trying to figure it out. What are they figuring out? What are they thinking about? How to solidify things? They're looking at you as this long-term investment that they know that they need to work hard in order to obtain. They know that they've caused delays in this connection due to their own anxieties, due to their own instabilities, mentally, emotionally, and physically. But this person, they don't want to delay it anymore. They don't want to frustrate you. This is something where this person is being rewarded for their level of elevation, especially mentally and spiritually. And now this person is ready to take action towards you, towards the situation. This is an energy where this person knows what they want. They're tired of waiting. This is somebody that says, you know what? I'm going to go out and I'm going to get it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take that action. I'm going to take that leap of faith. And I am a boss. So if this is somebody that's very successful in business or whatever they do, they're now sitting there saying, you know what? I do have the tools in order to succeed. I have the tools in order to really change this energy and make it something different. And I get that with this person. Again, if they've been quiet or if they've been in deep thought, let them be in deep thought. This is where they need to be because there's change that's happening. And with this change, it's requiring a new cellular transformation. A cellular, what is it? It's almost like redoing their cellular DNA. It's reformatting it because now this person, they're in deep thought. They're having this higher perspective where they're having this spiritual awakening. And this is very unique, but this is something that this person has to go through alone. This is something that this person has to go through and really understand themselves. Because this is a level of soul searching. And with this soul searching that's coming in here, this person is coming to a conclusion. They have the answers that they were seeking. They now understand who you are to them. This is somebody that wants to make it right. This is somebody who is becoming very balanced. Right now, I'm going to be honest, it's a lot of thoughts, a lot of thinking about what the next step is. But it's also a lot of healing and it's spiritual healing that's coming in here. I feel like with this person, they're ready to make a decision. They're ready to take responsibility for the things that they've done, things that they've caused, the effects that it's had on you. This person is beginning to understand how their actions influence you and their effect on you. And I get that with this person. They want to have a reunion. They want this second chance. They realize you make them happy. They realize that they're in love with you, that you are their heart, you are their home. You make them feel safe emotionally, physically, and mentally. They want to reignite this past, but they want to do something very, very special in order to prove to you that you are the one for them. And for a lot of you guys, this is an energy where this person wants the world to know. For some of them, they may have been going through some type of legal issue, whether it's child support, whether it's separating assets or divorce or something like that. This can also be um, them coming out on top. But there's something here about a level of communication and a level of acknowledgement that the karmic cycle between you and this person is broken and it's done. There's a conclusion, there's a completion. This person is leveling up spiritually and they're receiving a level of knowledge with who you are. What are they acknowledging with this world? Can you show me, please? Can you show me what they're acknowledging with this world energy, what they've been waiting for? What have they acknowledged? The Six of Swords, that then ties back to this energy where they need to open up, they need to communicate. The Star card, this communication is coming in very, very soon. Let's see things from their perspective, from their 3D aspects. All right, let's see what's going on from there. I get overwhelmingly that this person is having this major awakening. Like this person is awakening to the fact that there's things that are changing. I don't know why, but I'm getting this. I'm getting that this love that you have for them, it's creating this level of awakening. It's a healing love. Your twin is awakening to your connection and they're ready to put in the work and manifest a union in 3D. Expect some type of progress. That makes sense to me. But I also get with this energy, this is smooth sailing, but it's going to go slow. This is not an energy that's going to be moving very quickly. But the reality is, you've waited this entire time for your person, for your perfect match. So, how does this person view their current romantic situation with the collective? Queen of Swords. See, this is somebody that's evaluating the situation. This is somebody that's really taking a deep dive here. What is their what do they view their role is when it comes to the collective? What does this person view their role is when it comes to the collective? The Queen of Wands. See, they're viewing it, they're in deep thought about your connection, about what to do, making a decision and sticking to it. You then have the Queen of Wands for what their role is. They know that the action, the ball is in their court. They have to take a level of action here towards you. How do they view the collective in their romantic situation? How do they view the collective in a romantic situation? The moon is here, wanted to come out. Wow, look at this. Look how beautiful this is. See, to me, again, I'm not trying to point this out, but I get, again, this is somebody that's awakening to the twin flame connection. And you're going to notice very small changes where you know, is your relationship going to be perfect? No. But the small changes are necessary in order for things to move forward, in order for things to progress. What is this? What's stopping this person from coming into union with the collective, the Fool, them just taking a leap of faith, them leaving everything behind and saying, you know what? If I don't do this, I'm not going to know what's going to happen. What is this person thinking about heavily when it comes to the collective? The Two of Cups, that they love you. Oh, bitch. All right, what is this person's next actions towards the collective? Six of Pentacles. They're going to get ready to text you, or there's something here where there's an exchange, a giving. And what is this person's intentions romantically with the collective, the Wheel of Fortune? Things are changing, and they're changing very quickly, and they're changing very rapidly, because this person is realizing you are their person. They're in love with you, and that this is a destiny. This is a destined connection. And what can the collective expect? What can they expect to happen? There's communication coming in from this person, something that was a secret in the past. You're going to hear something directly from them, which I think is going to be very interesting. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care. Bye.